Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Papa Doy. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
We love
birthday!
you.
We love you and we miss you. You know what? It's so sad that you didn't get to meet Papa Doy because
he sounds so awesome.
yeah, from everything that you hear about him, he is the coolest. One of my favorite memories of Papa Doy is when nobody is looking. He says, Denise, come here. And then he'll have me go into his study and he'll have me close my eyes. And then when I open, it's always my favorite chocolate. He had a stash of chocolate just for me. And when everybody had good grades, they would always get a prize. So everybody wanted to work really hard and study really hard because there was one time, I was still a baby. I didn't get to catch this, but he brought everybody for a shopping spree.
What?
And everybody had like 2 minutes or like a minute to fill up their baskets with whatever they wanted. But yeah, but aside from all the toys and aside from all the goodies and the thoughtfulness, he just had this warmth about him and this charisma, this energy that he would always give comfort to whoever he meets. And I hope that you can be that one day too, where you can save people and you can make the world a better place just like your Papa Doy. And I'm sure he would have been so happy to meet such a brilliant boy like you as well.
I heard I was born, but then he passed away.
Yeah, so it's okay. He's watching you in heaven. But aside from Papa Doy, we just wanted to drop in also and say that who else do we miss?
We miss Lola and Papa Koy.
We miss Lola and we miss Papa Koy so
We miss Sunday
so
dinner.
much. We miss Sunday dinner, and so we are sending what?
Oh no!
Our love. Oh, I covered your face. We're sending our love, our hugs, and our kisses. We think about you guys all the time. I wish things were better, that we could come over and say hello, but just for your safety and ours as well, we're with you in spirit. Bye.
Bye!
Happy birthday, Papa Doy. Thank you for reminding us until now to dream the impossible dream. Miss you and love you always.
One of the best memories I have of Papa Doy is when I would ask him for advice and he would genuinely listen and show concern for what I had to say. Not a day goes by when I don't think about Papa Doy.
I never met Papa Doy. However, I was so inspired by what I learned about his life that I named my daughter Laurel.
Papa Doy, I wish I had gotten to know you, but I will do my best to live up to my name.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Papa
Papa
Doy!
Doy.
Papa Doy, we know you're watching over us. Thanks for everything and happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Papa Doy. I miss you so much. I hope you have a happy birthday in heaven with your brothers and sisters. You deserve a happy birthday. I can't believe my kids never really got to know you in person. I love telling Kalel about how brave you are, how you fought for the country, and he likes hearing stories about you. The other day, I pointed at a picture I have of you with Lola by the stairs, and I told Kara that was you. And she said, "That's Super Lola." And I said, yes, he was her husband and he's my grandfather. I'm so blessed to have had you for a grandfather. You are my King Arthur, and you made Camelot exist for me. You made everything fun and exciting. I loved riding in the back of the golf cart as a kid with you driving. You'd make me squeal with delight when you'd make it go fast. I remember planting tomatoes and lettuce, and you said it was good to touch the soil. It was good for a person's soul. I remember playing volleyball during the day in Matabungkay, then flying a kite in the afternoon, and then at night you'd be the banker for blackjack games and you'd let us win. I love your study and the smell of the smoke of your pipe and all the books you'd let me borrow. I miss you. This country misses you. You're a hero we need right now. But I hug you in my mind, and I can't wait to hug you again and feel your strong arms around me. I love you, and I miss you. I hope you have a happy birthday.
One of the fondest memories I recall having with Papa Doy was when he visited us one time in Houston. He had bought a house there, which we took care of in his absence. the only source of entertainment was a nice chessboard in the living room area. One day when I was around 12, he decided to play a game of chess with me on that table. I remember his signature formation was called the Ninzu Indian, which is a symmetrical formation that utilized his knights as the main weapon. Put a $20 bill down as my prize should I beat him, and as expected, he beat me in a few minutes. You can see it here. Thinking I lost the chance of winning and the $20 prize, I sadly thanked him for the game and stood up. He told me to never give up and try again. This time, putting another $20 bill down to add to the winning pot. I sat down and tried again and lost again. When he increased the winning pot to $80, I decided to replicate his Ninzu Indian strategy. I saw him smile in amusement as I mimicked his signature formation. However, his smile disappeared when I took his queen. I looked at him, beaming with a sense of accomplishment. His eyes began to shift from the board to me and back to the board. He asked me over and over, "Are you sure you wanted to do that?" I responded over and over with a resounding, "Yes, I did." After around 5 minutes of not taking a turn, he looked at me and said, "I think your mom is calling you. Better go check up on her." Puzzled, I said, "I didn't hear her calling. I'll wait for you to move, Papadoy." When he said, go on, check on her," I obediently did. When I came back, his queen was back on the board. And I was like, "Hey, Papadoy, I just took your queen in my last move." He said to me with that naughty smile, "Unless you can prove it to me, it didn't happen." I sat down, and a few minutes later, I finally checkmated Papadoy with his queen on the board, and I took home the $80. I guess the moral of the story here is never argue with a seasoned lawyer without evidence. And never quit. Because if you never quit, I guess you're never beaten.
Happy birthday, Papadoy! We love you and miss you every day.
I was born in the Philippines, but I moved to the United States when I was around 2 years old. So I don't have a whole lot to add to the table of memories, but my grandpa did visit California a couple times, and the time that I did spend with him will forever be burned in my mind. I still remember the same exact way his tobacco smells, even though it's been 14 years. I can smell it and remember it. Or how amazed I was when I saw him smoking a pipe, because I had never seen him smoke a pipe before. Or how grand he was, you know? That general grandness that just emanated out of his aura. But I think most of all, I remember how much of a loving and warm-hearted grandfather he was. I was especially shy as a child, so, the little moments of us kicking our feet back and forth at a fancy restaurant like we're trying to win some epic foot battle, or him trying to teach me to play chess for the first time. Even though they're not story-like memories, those little memories are precious to me, and they always will be. Happy birthday, Papadoy.
Happy birthday, Super Papadoy! Hug you one day!
I remember when I was in high school and Papadoy asked me what I wanted to be when I grow up. I said I wanted to be a lawyer like him. Then he asked me what did I really want to be. I said the only thing I knew was being a lawyer like him and Lolo Jose. Then he told me, Santiago, you can try to find what you want to be. It's good to be a lawyer, but find your own goal, find your own dream or ambition. So that really stuck to me, and I guess that's why right now in my career I serve the country. I ended up in the academe, pursued a master's degree, and now I still am working for the government, and continuing to help the country. So thank you, Papa Doy, for that, and one of the best advice ever. Happy birthday.
One of the things I remember about Papa Doy was when we were still living in Houston. He never liked movies that were unpredictable, and we were watching The Sixth Sense one time. It was Papa Doy, Lola Celia, Tito Coco, and my mom, my dad, and me. And he kept on asking questions. He never wanted to know what was gonna happen next, and he'd always ask me, Javier, what's going on? What's going on? Who's that person? Why is that kid hiding under the blanket, under the table? And I would say, Papa Doy, why don't you just watch the movie? But he never wanted to be scared in the whole movie. So after that day, I would always try to like make sure when we'd rent movies with him, we'd get the scary ones, and I tried to make him stay, but he'd walk out and smoke his pipe. And for a man who was so macho to me, I found that hilarious, and I always enjoy those moments when he would be watching those movies and not knowing what was gonna happen next. Those were the good times. Happy birthday, Papa Doy.
Happy birthday, Papa Doy! We are honored here today to celebrate your life.
You've always been an inspiration to me and continue to be.
Happy birthday, Papa Doy. We all miss you so much. It's been difficult to think of one memory with you because there's so many great ones. One I can remember is how you would make us compete to get as many mangoes as we could from your mango trees when it was harvest season. You would offer us a cash prize and see how competitive we would get. And at the end of the day, we found ourselves competing not just to get the cash prize, but also to see that smile on your face and that look on your face that showed us that you were proud of us for doing our best. And then I also realized you were really smart because you got all your mangoes harvested all in one go, right? I mean, that's something that you would do that I'll never forget. You'd also tell us to close our eyes, turn around, and put our hands in the back and fill our hands with treasures and candy and prizes when you were proud of us. And that meant a lot because it was motivation to keep doing our best. And I also miss traveling with you and taking that plane seat beside my mom in lieu of a husband. And I'm so grateful that you took me with you because I got to be exposed at an early age to your favorite things. And I'll never forget how thoughtful you were and how you never forgot anyone's birthdays. And now it's yours. So happy birthday. We miss you and we love you, Papa Doy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Papa Doy. See you later. Bye.